In honor of Latino Heritage Month, a group of Latina leaders from Los Angeles recently came together, talked, and shared stories. I spoke with the woman who moderated a panel discussion with them, LA County Superior Court Judge Cindy Pánuco.
It was a moment of reckoning to realize that six of the most powerful, I wouldn't count myself among them, but five at least of the most powerful Latinas in some of the most influential positions in the country were here in Los Angeles. We have Sonia, who was a CEO and co-founder of Latina Futures Lab. We have Beatriz Acevedo, who's a CEO leading the movement on building generational wealth and financial literacy among the Latino community. Celine Cordero working for the first woman mayor of a huge city in Los Angeles. In no other city in the country can you have such a huge concentration of some of the most powerful women who've been able to achieve these positions in traditionally male-dominated fields. And Los Angeles has created, we're an incubator for what other large cities can do to create opportunities for communities of color who have been historically excluded from these positions of power. Los Angeles is a place where people can look to us and see this is how it's done. This is how you create opportunity for Latinas and other women of color, people of color, to get into positions to really make change.
Was there anything from any of the women, and I'm sure there probably were many, I would imagine, that really just stuck out to you? Stuff that they said, stories that they shared. What stuck out to you?
A lot of the women that we heard from on this panel actually had a shared experience of being first and onlys, first generation, first in their families to go to college, first in their families to go into these male-dominated spaces where not only were they male-dominated, but they were also often, the first and only Latina or Latino in that space. And we had that shared experience that we heard from all of the panelists, and their ability to overcome that, what can feel like you're an outsider, by bringing their full selves. That was one common thread throughout the entire panel, is folks sharing how important it was to not feel like they had to adopt or to change or to be something or someone they were not, to be able to fit into a culture that has historically excluded us. They came into these spaces, they took up space and were their full selves. And that was one of the biggest takeaways, and clearly a shared story across all the panelists, is that bringing your full self to work was really important. If we really want to see change, we can't keep perpetuating the same cultures that have excluded us.
It's pretty powerful stuff.
Yes.
The event was hosted by the LA Civil Rights Department.